Hello, all you crazy cats and kittens. I hope you're doing well. Giacomo Gianniotti here. Welcome to another episode of Poetry in the PM. We had a long weekend this weekend. Memorial Day happened, and so I decided to take the day off for some self-care and take a little break. But rest assured, Poetry in the PM is still alive and well. I'm going to read you some beautiful poems today. Today I picked some shorter ones and decided to do multiples, just to kind of give it the same amount of quantity, but just more poems. So they're shorter, but I'm giving you more. So it should go out to around the same amount of time. Zoe Baldwin, Cool Cats and Kittens, yeah. Tiger King reference. If you know, you know, and if you don't know, you should know, because it's pretty crazy. What's been going on? How was your Memorial Day if you're in America? I know it's a time where a lot of people celebrated. A lot of people celebrated really irresponsibly and went to very public places by the hundreds, not social distancing, definitely provoking another outbreak. Bad guys. This is not good. It's not funny. Everybody wants to have a good time. Everybody is dying to get out there and see all their friends. And look, I'll be honest. I've seen some people, some friends of mine, one or two at a time, social distancing, being very careful, making sure to, sanitize and keep safe and keep our distance. I'm from Toronto, and to see what you guys did in Toronto the other day at Trinity Bellwoods was just so disrespectful, and made me and so many of my loved ones and friends back in Toronto that I know so sad, that because of one day of a hot summer you would selfishly put at risk, thousands and thousands of people in our city, especially our elderly, who are so vulnerable. So if you were in Trinity Bellwoods on that day, shame on you. That was horrible. That was not social distancing. Everybody was on top of each other and not wearing masks. And look, the longer you guys continue to do these things, the longer we're going to be in this. So, and then people who are abiding, like myself and many others of you, have to pay for it, even though they've been, obeying the rules. So it's not really fair to everybody else. So if you're feeling stir crazy, we get it. No one is saying that those feelings are not normal or that those feelings are irrational, but we do need to stay inside for another little while, and if we do need to reopen the economy or go back to work or start seeing people, we have to do it in a safe way. And a bunch of people all meeting at the same place, like literally hundreds of people all like on top of each other with no mask, is not the way we're going to do it. It's going to force us back inside. And I got to remind people in North America that, in my home country where I was born, in Italy, there were stay-at-home orders issued and they were enforced, meaning it wasn't a gentle suggestion. You didn't even have the right to do what you guys are doing right now. They had to stay inside. And if they left their place unauthorized, they'd be arrested and fined. We never, ever, ever had to experience that. But a lot of other countries in Europe and stuff like that were hit the hardest did have to experience that. And so we should be very grateful that we never had to experience that. But if you guys continue to be irresponsible and do this, the government will be left no choice but to force us inside. And then even the simple pleasures of going to the grocery store and whatnot, those are going to be removed from us as well. So people, I know it was Memorial Day. It's famous for being a day where you get out and you celebrate, you barbecue, you go to pool parties, and you go in the lake and big barbecues. I get it. In Canada, we have May 2-4, and it's more or less the same thing for Victoria Day. So, but we got to still stay strong and stay inside. I know it sucks, but think about everybody else. You know what I mean? When you're doing that, you're putting other people at risk that didn't ask to be put at risk. And so just think about that the next time you want to do that. And again, you got your parents, you got your loved ones, you might have a sibling in the city, you want to go see them. Go ahead, go to their house, be safe, sanitize your hands, wash your face, wear a mask, go see each other and spend some time 6 feet apart, and there's really nothing to worry about. You know what I mean? You can do those things, and they're important to do those things for your mental health. You want to see the people you love. So I'm not saying you to do not do small gatherings in safe ways, but mass gatherings, I mean, I saw some stuff in the Ozarks. I saw some stuff in Trinity Bellwoods in Toronto and over this weekend that was just absolutely unacceptable. And we want to get back to normal. So if you guys keep doing this, we can't do that. So I've preached enough. I don't know how long that rant was, but I'm gonna cut it off now. All right, I said my piece. I love you guys. Nothing but love for you guys. I just want us to get out of this, and I want us to be safe and healthy, and I want people to stop dying, please. So let's all do our part, okay? All right, so today you might hear some like crazy chainsawing. I have like one of my neighbors cutting a massive tree from their backyard, which is sad because it's the habitat for a lot of little animals. So I'm sad that they're cutting it down, but it must be causing a lot of problems, and certainly not my property, so I can't do anything about it. But it's definitely been days and days, very loud chainsawing, so it's been kind of hard to talk. So I apologize if you hear it. Okay, so I'm going to read a couple poems. These are love poems that I found, which are my favorite kind of poems. Love is the most greatest driving force that exists on the planet. It always has been. And so I think it's the one that's most interesting to me to investigate. I think the greatest songs are about love. The greatest movies are about love. The greatest paintings are about love. They were painting what they loved. So I love poems, and I'm a hopeless romantic. And so I just enjoy them very much. And sometimes when you see a beautiful love poem, it makes you step up your game. You go, oh, I got to write something like that to my lady. I'm going to read you. This one is by, I got these online. These are, modern poem, modern, I can't speak. Okay, let's try that again. Take two. These poems are modern poems, meaning they're from today. And so this one is from Christopher Poindexter. I admit I was afraid to love. Not just love, but to love her. For she was a stunning mystery. She carried things deep inside her that no one has yet to understand. And I was afraid to fail, like the others. She was the ocean, and I was just a boy who loved the waves, but was completely terrified to swim. Beautiful, beautiful poem. I think it's funny, definitely relate to that in my life and my love, that there's a part where he says, I was afraid to fail like the others, that if a relationship comes to an end, it's a failure. I don't believe that. I don't share that sentiment. I believe not all relationships were meant to last. So, but I think it's a valiant attempt of certainly that, when we love someone or someone gives their love to us, or the metaphor of a heart being what keeps our love. We've talked about this on our other poetry in the PMs, that the heart is the organ that we've assigned love to, right? So when someone gives you their heart, you do have that immense amount of responsibility, and you have all the men or women that came before you who failed. They didn't fail. That relationship was never meant to be. But you too saying, wow, now this person has given their heart to me. I hope I don't drop it. I hope I don't fail with it. I hope I am worthy to withhold this love and to make it, not only to keep it, but to make it grow, which is a tremendous amount of responsibility. So I love that line about not wanting to fail. And also, She carried things deep inside her that no one has yet to understand. We all are like that, you know. I mean, you could. What's kind of so beautiful about I'm not going to say marriage. I'm just going to say just relationships, just union of any kind. It's such an incredible leap of faith. You know, whether it's 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 year, 6 year, I don't know how many years you guys have been dating, you guys decide to get married, make it a real thing, make a family, whatever it is. To pretend that you know that person to their soul is a lie. You don't. We could spend a lifetime trying to know our partner, and we never really will. And it's the scary thing, but it's also the exciting thing. How exciting is it that every day I get to unpeel another layer of this onion of this beautiful person I've decided to share my life with? How beautiful is it that I continue to be surprised and be given these gifts of this person who is not even reach their full potential. I think love is always growing. It's always ever changing. Like anything in life, it's not constant. And I think that's what's the beauty. So I remember when a year ago I got, married to Nicole, one of my vows to her was that I don't know everything that there is to know about you, but I'm ready to take the biggest leap of faith I've ever known and spend the rest of my life connecting all the dots, and or something like that. I'm paraphrasing, but it is like it's the challenge, because you're kind of jumping into life with this person who you have a good understanding of, but you don't know everything about them, and they certainly don't know everything about you. And I've gone on a long journey of understanding things about myself. So how could someone possibly know everything there is to know about me if I don't know everything there is to know about me, right? And so without, therapy and, talking and investigating, our childhoods, the way we were raised and things that trigger us, the best way we can be open to having someone love us is by loving ourselves and by having a deep understanding of why we love ourselves, and if we have insecurities or hate towards ourselves, why we have that and where it comes from. And if we can investigate and we can identify those things, then we'll be able to love ourselves in a deeper, more beautiful way. That will then leave us open to being loved by someone else, because someone who has their shit figured out and is very confident in themselves and has high self-esteem and is deep and has an awareness of their shortcomings and their weaknesses, but is proud of them because they know that they're working on them. There is nothing more attractive than that, you guys. There is literally nothing more attractive than that. And you will attract all of your greatest loves if you can get into that, state of mind and state of soul. So again, that poem, I don't think it has a title, but it was by a man named Christopher Poindexter. Let me see if I can write this. He's got a bunch of really cool poems, so you should definitely go check them out. Like he was Poindexter. Sorry, it just made me think of a rap song. Old 90s rap song. It's kind of a rare word, Poindexter. Anybody know it? Anybody know that song? Poindexter. There we go. Boom. Brilliant. Bloody brilliant. Let me go. Oh, come on. Pin comment. There we go. Okay, Christopher Poindexter. So let's read our next poem. Again, also on the internet, super modern. This person calls themselves Ariana, 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 and another love poem. So let's check it out. What is love? The way the sun sets so the moon can shine? The sea greeting the shore, no matter how many times he is pushed away. Leaves that blush at the sight of autumn. Perhaps dreams that show you the ways out of your maze. Our hearts together so that we may remember the tune. This is how love might feel for most people. But for me, love is simply you. That was a really beautiful poem. And God, there's this one line where she's saying, what is love? And she's trying to define it by creating all these beautiful metaphors in nature. Of course, nature, I mean, it's this recurring theme because it's how we identify with so many things. The sea greeting the shore, no matter how many times he is pushed away. That's beautiful. That, the waves are relentlessly trying to, hug or reach or love the beach, the shore, and the shore continues to push it away. But no matter how much the shore or the beach pushes those waves away, the waves continue to love, continue to reach for them. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful image there. Love that one. And that's by Ariana. I can post these later. And then the third one I have is, again, by Christopher Poindexter. And this one's really short and really sweet, and I love this one. I will forever be a hopeless romantic, and not just with people, but with places, things, songs, animals. I place my love into everything electric and soft, leaving my heart open like a rose to the beauty. So beautiful. I'm going to be reading, I think, a lot more of this guy because I just think he's terrific. I don't know if Christopher Poindexter is like a alias or ghost name. Maybe it could be a man, could be a woman, could be someone in between. I don't know. But I love the idea of I place my love into everything electric and soft. Very cool. Strange combination. Everything that has a charge, you know what I mean? Everything that is alive, I place my love into. And I think it's, it's true because, romantic or romanticizing is always sort of given or thrown into the context of people and love. But, we do, we love things, we love places, we love songs, we love so many things, and we imbue them. It's cool to kind of be romantic and love other things, not just people. And I love that. I love my dog. My dog, got a lot of love for my dog, Jazz. He's my boy. He's my son. Didn't think I could love something so damn much in such a short amount of time. My God. All right, I'm going to take some questions for you guys, and then I'm going to get back to some things that I need to do. But I do really enjoy this time with you guys. I've gotten a lot of amazing messages from you guys writing to me, how much you've been getting out of this, how much you've been connecting with it and appreciating it, how it's helped kind of calm your anxiety and something to look forward to in this time when there's not a lot of things to look forward to. And I just want to say thank you. Because I feel the same way right back. So thank you guys for giving me this space to do this. And it's not too many of you guys that tune in. It's only a couple hundred people every day that kind of tune in. So it's not like the audience is crazy big, but I know I'm talking to somebody. And it's nice to be listened to and that you guys connect with it. So do you guys have any comments or questions or... Brazil, hello, Brazil's in the house, as always. You have a poem. Oh, J.N. Bagos, you have a poem. J.N. Bagos, you have a poem. Do you want to read it, J.N. Bagos? Do you want to read your poem? me see if you're on here. Does anybody want to read a poem? Vancouver's in the house. Hello, Vancouver. JN Bagos, I have a poem, please. You have to request to join the live, JN Bagos. JN Bagos, you say you have a poem. You gotta connect. You gotta request to join the live, because then I can see you. Otherwise, I can't see you. Yeah, you're not on here. You gotta request to join the live. Does anybody else want to read a poem? Let me see here. Madison Marie 78. You have a poem. Okay, do you want to read it? Madison Marie 78. Let me see you. What you got going on? Are you here? You're not on here either. Hey guys, if you say I have a poem and you want to read it, you got to request to join the live. Otherwise, I can't see you. I have no way of connecting you. There's a little smiley faces. You got to click that, and then I'll be able to see you, and then I can patch you in. Mover, shaker, troublemaker. You have a poem as well. All right, you ready to read it? You're requesting to join? Oh, the other person from before is on. Okay, hold on. Madison Marie. Okay, I got someone. I think I've got someone that said they had a poem. Let me see here.
Oh my god.
Hello.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm like shaking.
It's okay. It's all good. What's your name?
Madison?
Madison. Okay, so it was like your Instagram name. That's your real name.
Yeah.
Okay, Madison. Okay, where are you, Madison?
I'm from Minnesota.
Okay, right on. How's everything going there in Minnesota? I've never been.
Pretty good.
You and your family okay?
Yeah.
Okay, glad to hear it. So I heard you have a poem.
Yep.
All right, let's hear it.
Love is all around us. It's in the flowers and sunsets, in the whisper in trees, the breath of the newborn child. It's in teenage lovers, wild and free. Love is in the mountain, a river, a hand to hold. It's courageous, fierce, honest, and bold. It's a shoulder when you weep, it's a blanket when you sleep. It is family, it is strength, it is faith. Love has no boundaries, no gender. Love just exists.
Very nice. Where'd you get this poem? Where'd you find it? I see you have a book
It's
in front of you. Did you
yeah,
get it
it's
from a
from
book?
one of my favorite books. It's called Pillow Thoughts, and there's like 3 of them, I think.
Okay. And is this all the same writer in the book, or is it poems of different writers?
It's by the same writer,
Oh, who's the writer?
Courtney Peppernell, I think it is.
Courtney Peppernell. Okay, and it's just poetry.
Yeah.
So you are an avid poetry enthusiast? You love poetry?
Yeah.
I love it. That's so nice to hear. And how old are you?
14. I'm turning 15 on June 1st.
Okay, well, congratulations and happy birthday, if I don't get to say
Thank
it
you.
again. That's a big one. And I love seeing people in your generation excited about poetry. I don't know whether it was who was it in your life that kind of exposed you to poetry or made it cool or made it exciting? Was it a teacher or a loved one in your family?
I just like always like reading poetry in like elementary school, and I just like read books on it and stuff.
Okay.
Hold on. Do you want to come say hi? You want to say hi to Giacomo?
Giacomo?
I'm on live with him.
You are not.
Yes, I am.
Shut up.
Yes, I am.
Hello.
Hi. How are
Hello.
you?
Is this your mom?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I said I would pick someone to come on and read a poem with me, and your daughter came up and said I had a poem, and she just read us a beautiful poem today.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
She likes poetry a lot.
I love it. I love it. I was
Yeah.
just saying I was so excited to see someone in a younger generation connecting with poetry. It seems like it's kind of a dying art. So
Yeah,
I'm
it sure
glad that
does.
she's into it.
Yep, she really loves it.
Right on, right on. Well, nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too. I was going to go for a walk and it's downpouring here, so
Oh,
cut my
okay.
walk short. So, well,
All
thanks
right.
for reading with her.
Have a lovely day.
You too.
Okay. Well, what did you like about this poem, this particular one in the book that you picked?
I just like how like it's explaining love really nice, and like it's hard to explain love for me, and it just like it kind of feels like that's how I like explain it, kind of.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of nice that it's not that it kind of defines that love can be anything, right?
Yeah.
It's much more freeing and beautiful. It doesn't have to be limited to one thing.
Mhm.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming on, Madison.
Mhm.
And nice to meet you. And I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And keep tuning in. And maybe we'll bring you back on another time and with another
Thank
poem.
you.
Sound good?
Yep.
Okay. Nice to meet you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, thank you so much to Madison. That was so cool. She brought such a beautiful poem about love. Not only did Madison bring a cool poem, but it was actually a love poem, which is sort of like what I was reading. So she was like on with the poetry, on with the theme of today. She just nailed it. So thank you so much to Madison and her mom, who made a cool little guest appearance. That was kind of cool to meet her too. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's poems. Thanks again for Madison for coming on and reading hers. And I will see you guys tomorrow for another episode of Poetry in the PM. Later.